Welcome to Positive Atheism English channel. In our last episode, I have been reading out you the book The Atheist Centre, Unbound by Cages, written by Jim Herrick. In our last episode, I had read out you the first chapter, The Beginnings. Now, I am going to read out you the second chapter, Positive Atheism Comes Alive. Gora's essential watchwords were equality and freedom, particularly economic equality and freedom of the individual within society. These concepts inspired him throughout his life and mean that his ideas and life make him relevant in the world today. After 7 years in Mudunuru, devoted to education and proselytism and political work, Gora and Saraswati felt the need to move somewhere a little less rural with better possibilities of communication. The two thatch huts were heaved up and moved to Padamata, a village on the edge of Vijayawada. The semi-rural area has been eaten up by the large city, and the Center for Atheism now resides in an area which is close to some slum districts. A walk from the opening of the center is a reminder of the permanent need for reform. The remaining 27 years of Gora's life showed him at his prime, especially as an activist. He was supported by the increasing activity of Saraswati, whose strength became an essential part of the progress of the Atheist Centre. His 9 children were growing up, and most of them also became fully involved in the Atheist Centre activities. In due course, many of his grandchildren also became workers in the family fold. During this period, Gora's political and religious ideas became known as the he marched and demonstrated and spread his views among the inmates while in prison. The birth of his political activities, as for many Indians, was the Quit India movement. The successful fight for freedom from Britain's colonial hold and the excitement of developing a new state led to a renaissance of personalities and ideas on government and running society together with literature and the arts. The cultural development could be called a golden age. It was comparable to the American independence movement or the French Revolution as a point in history where people are alive with the possibility of new ways of thinking and innovative ideas. The Quit India movement, which was part of the Force for Change, became redundant in 1944 and was succeeded by the All India Congress Committee, in which Gora played his part. Gora was imprisoned during the freedom struggle. He was wrongly thought to be organizing sabotage. Later, Saraswati and young members of the family were also imprisoned. They both showed not only resilience while incarcerated, but also took the opportunity to educate other prisoners, improving literacy and offering ideas of atheism. As almost always happens when educated people are imprisoned, on release they become profoundly in favor of prison reform. Gora thought that criminals were human beings and would respond to being well treated. Such views are testimony to his idealistic view of human nature. Political and atheistic views were linked in Gora's mind. Both could change society for the better. With independence, a new government had to be elected, and Gora was not going to be left out of this process. It has been seen that 3 ideas dominated Gora's political approach: partyless government, redistribution of land, and pompless rulers. A government without political parties would reduce the energy going into conflict and enable people to work for a specific issue rather than a particular party. Politics can become a constant struggle for the power of parties rather than efforts for the benefit of the people. 2 strong disadvantages appear, however. There is a danger of a small group and dictatorial ruler taking power with no parties to share out the framework of rule. Then there is the fact that lobbies will turn into parties without a particular political aim other than the desire to hold power. I think partyless politics is quixotic in the best sense, showing again the extremely idealistic attitude of Gora. Land distribution makes obvious sense in a country such as India, where vast tracts of land are held by individuals and where vast sectors could be reformed by redistribution of land. Pompless rule is a good idea. Rulers should not be puffed up before the people, but should be held on the same level as the populace at large. There is even something to be said for rulers who travel to do so in the lowest class of trained carriage, this being an education in the nature and views of the ordinary people. Gora himself travelled in this way, and when needed accommodation on his journey, he asked for a room in a slum area. And from here, I shall continue in the next episode again. Thank you.
For more videos, please subscribe to our Positive Atheism English channel presented by Dr. Samaram Multi-Channel Network, which crossed 20 crore views. Please like, subscribe and share our videos, and for notification of our new videos, please click the bell icon.
Please download Samaram Channels app from Google Play Store and watch your favorite channels. Click the bell icon and subscribe to the channels.